So we've arrived at the first of the finals. It's the bowl final for the women, which features China and Brazil. The bowl for the bottom 8 teams in the competition, but that's by the by, that's incidental to the fact that for the very first time in the Rugby World Sevens competition, we have a women's competition here that's certainly entertained the crowds royally over the last weekend or so. Can't say that the Chinese are household names, but Liu Yan there is their captain, and she will inspire the team, no doubt, to some silverware in the next quarter of an hour or so. Brazil have the sisters, the Futuro sisters in the squad. Beatrice, the only one starting in this one. The Brazilians in the huddle, as indeed are the Chinese. And for once it's a male referee. It's Neil Patterson from Scotland, the dentist, who officiates at this first final. We've had 4 lady referees officiating throughout the weekend, but it's Neil Patterson, the very experienced Neil Patterson, who takes charge. China got to the bowl final by defeating Italy in the semi-final and Japan in the quarter-final. Brazil got here by defeating Uganda in the quarter-final of the bowl and Russia in the semi-final. So here we are then, the women's bowl final, Brazil against China. First possession to the Chinese. Zhao Yan, that's Fan Wenjuan, finds her path blocked on the far side of the field. Pressure being applied here by the Brazilians, but good strength being shown by Yang Hong. 5 tries in the tournament to date for the number 2. Ball knocked forward. No surprise that there may be a little nervousness creeping into this final. Chinese coach is Zheng Hongjun. Paula Ishibashi, who is 8 for Brazil, claimed to be one of the best, if not the best, exponent of the sevens court in South America. Now then, here's a chance for Bruna Lotufo, out to Beatrice Futuro. Just can't get that pass away. Good tackling again by the Chinese. Look, a well-drilled side here, but they've come up against very strong opposition in the form of South Africa, Australia, England, New Zealand, USA, of course, far more experienced at sevens. But naturally, if sevens did get into the Olympics, then I'm sure that China, as they do with all sports, would commit far more resources to sevens rugby. Brazil trying to shove the Chinese off the ball. China living dangerously here, very close to their own try line. Now then, a chance and a turnover. It's a try as well for Barbara Santiago for Brazil. Well, China were living dangerously under the shadows of their own post, and Barbara Santiago it was who snapped up the loose ball. Here we are, China. Zhao Yan to Liu Yan, and Fan Wenjuan had no support on the wide outside. Barbara Santiago it was then, getting Brazil onto the scoreboard. The conversion is good, and Brazil lead China by 7 points to 0. The coach, Flavio Santos, as you'd expect, is a happy man at this stage. 7 minutes each way in the final, of course. And as ever, the scorers restart. There's been a phenomenal increase in the number of women and girls playing rugby over the last few years, and the numbers taking up the sport continue to grow worldwide. And I'm told that women in over 80 countries are now taking part in rugby, with over 200,000 players across all 6 IRB regions. So that's a reflection of the growth of the women's game. Brazil again in the hunt. Midway through the first half. Out to Futuro. Beatrice Futura, that is, plays for the Niteroi club in Sao Paulo. China trying to smuggle the ball clear at the breakdown. It looks as if it's a turnover, but Brazil are penalised. So now then, where are the supporting runners? A change of direction from Liu Tingting. There's another Tingting as well in the squad. Good tackle there on Wang Yanli. Well, the Chinese, has to be said, look very competent. They know what needs to be done. It's the execution that lets them down from time to time. At last, though, they'll get an opportunity here on halfway to break out of their own half. They've been camped for virtually all of the opening few minutes. Landmark here then for the women's game in Dubai. China with a chance here. Liu Yan, one woman to beat. I was tempted to say one man to beat. China, can they get a try to bring them back on level terms? Ball lost forward though. It asks a lot of these women. They've played 5 games already over the weekend. This is their 6th. And it's all about preparation and recovery as well, of course. You see the Chinese men every year in the Hong Kong Sevens, but this is the first time we've seen the women's team in Brazil. Well, they're unbeaten. They're in South America in 5 years, but they found it very difficult this weekend against a sterner opposition from Europe and from the Southern Hemisphere countries of New Zealand, Australia and South Africa.
1, 2, 3, no more. No more.
No more, says referee Neil Patterson. So Brazil will have to be very careful here that they don't give away a penalty and don't get a yellow card either. Away goes Liu Yan. China looking good for a score here. They're over. Wang Jianli gets the try. A smile on the face of the try scorer, Wang Jianli. The pressure applied by the Chinese telling on the Brazilian try line. Good work here, good vision, the long pass, making the ball do the work. And the pass off the floor for Wang Jianli and the dive over. This time, the ball stuck to the hands and the try came. So this kick to tie the scores, not a bad attempt. Flag stays down though. So Brazil still lead China by 7 points to 5 as we approach the break. There is the hooter to signify half-time, and China have clawed a try.